Scrub a dub dub, what's in the tub? What's going on, my scrub scribers? Ace here, and this is something a little different. This is going to be a strip down challenge. I saw a couple of my friends doing this, and I saw a couple other people kind of doing it. So, I thought I'd give it a try, and if you guys like it, it's cool. If not, oh well, this is me. So, yeah. I'm not really sure how one starts one of these, but I'll just kind of dive into it and see what happens. So, my name is Luis Aceves. I go by Ace, the Ace Arcanine, the Ace Scrubinine. Any one of those variations will I'll turn my head if somebody says one of those or something close to it. Um, I chose Ace obviously because it's the first three letters of my last name, Aceves, ACE. And when I was a little kid, my dad, who's probably one of my biggest role models, always used to use that tag when we would play games, and he would get the high score. And I just thought that was cool, and I liked the kind of short sharpness, coolness of Ace, and I kind of just adapted it as my own. And then Arcanine's just my favorite Pokemon. I just love the design of it. The When I saw it for the first time when I was younger, when I first was watching the anime, I just thought it was so cool. Like it was speeding across the screen when it used extreme speed, and it was just so cool. But yeah, moving from that, I've always played video games when I was younger, mostly Nintendo games, but not limited to that. Like I started off with Pokemon just because when I was probably about 2 to 4 years old, I watched Pokemon on the TV for the first time, and I just fell in love with it, and I loved playing the games. I wanted to be just like Ash Ketchum. Uh, Cartoons always from Pokemon to I don't know, Samurai Jack. Well, basically every cartoon growing up in the 90s. I can't list them all right now. Like if I look over my shoulder, there's a couple of them right off the bat. There's Pokemon, One Piece. Well, that's actually really Yu-Gi-Oh, and other things like that. All just the basic cartoons that you'd see in Cow and Chicken, Ren and Stimpy, just random cartoons. But that's kind of been my whole world. Just because, well, when I was younger, I was born in Tucson, Arizona, and my dad got into the military probably when I was around 9 years old, and we moved from Arizona to Georgia, and like when I was growing up, I loved the cartoons, and I liked hanging out with my friends. And when we moved, I had to leave my friends behind. And since we were so young, and it was the early 1990 to 2000 era, uh, the best connection we had was dial up, which is like the one, like if some of you don't know, it's like the one that goes. Uh, that was a horrible demonstration, but anyway, it's like the slowest connection you can have. Like I could literally turn on a game and go like make a sandwich and then come back and it'd be like 10% done, like loading up. But anyways, yeah, no, I had to just leave my friends back in Arizona, and I haven't really able been able to ever contact them again. Just they probably moved on with their lives, and I haven't been able to just reach out. Haven't really put out the extra effort. I guess maybe I could find them one day, but I don't know. And we moved to Georgia, and we lived on a military base. And I made friends there, kind of kids who were in a similar situation, just with their parents being in the military and like them having to move around. And when I was there, I didn't really feel I fit in with a lot of the kids. I've kind of always felt that way, just because as a person, I've always felt that I'm kind of advanced. I feel like I'm very analytical, and I'm very to myself in my thoughts. Some people call it being a loner, I don't know how I really feel about that term. Kind of have negative and good connotations to it. Um, but growing up like in Georgia, we lived there for about 5 years. So that's like fourth or fifth grade ish. Like it was like third grade to like just before sixth grade. Like I did a little of sixth grade in Georgia, and growing up there, I I didn't really make a lot of friends. I kind of was isolated. Um, like my mom, my sister were there. I played sports and I had friends in that. But I always just went back to playing games and sitting by myself, and I got used to just being alone, and it didn't really bother me being alone. Um, because no one, when I well, like being alone, no one can make fun of you for being short. No one can make fun. Oh yeah, I'm 5'4" by the way. I'm not very tall. I'm not very big. I'm like a buck 25, and yeah, I've heard all the small short jokes and all of that. Like past like the second time somebody called me shrimp, and just began to ignore it, and it didn't really bother me anymore. But just being alone, I never really had to worry about anybody making fun of me because I could just go play a game and nobody knows what you look like on the internet. Nobody knows who you are, so you can just play the games and have fun by yourself, and you don't have to branch out. You can just go towards whatever you're doing and have fun. And cartoons always had such positive messages. Well, there's some other dark ones, but whatever. But as a kid, I always looked towards those cartoons with great messages, things like Pokemon. Just any cartoon that really just emphasized the ideals of friendship. Friendship has always been something that's sacred to me. In my mind, I've always liked the idea that friends are the family that you get to choose. People don't get to choose their families, and sometimes they resent their families. I have nothing against my family. I love my family, and they're some of the best people I've ever had in my life. Um, but I think that friends are the people in your life a lot of the time are your unspoken family. Those people that you hold close and dear because they truly care about you and they look out for you. And that's always what I've had as my philosophy. Always stay close to your friends and your family and be there for them. And that's something when I watched cartoons that was emphasized, and always the corny thing where friendship conquers all, the good conquers the bad. That was something that I liked very much, and it made me happy and it made me feel complete in a sense. And I've always held on to that, and that's why I'm always such a like if you ever meet me, I'm a very happy person. I don't I rarely get sad. I may seem, I don't know, stoic. I don't express emotion, but like if you talk to me, I'm a pretty happy person. I kind of just sit and just think, just ponder life, think about cartoons, and that's really what I've done. Like since since moving to Georgia, because of the military, is kind of what I did, and through living through being in a military family, a lot of the time when I talk to people that I don't know very well, and I'm maybe first meeting her for the first time, I talk very robotically to. Sometimes I do that in my own videos as well. It's just because in the military you don't blather on, you don't talk for long periods of time. You just get directly to the point, short, concise sentences addressing exactly what you're asked. Your questions have to be directly to the point, and if you're not uh, qualified for the answer, then you just have to accept that. It's just kind of how it works, and that's really what I've kind of adapted to in my professional relations, people who I don't talk to regularly, and people may think that's cold, robotic, or not caring, and they couldn't be more wrong. It's me holding myself back because I don't want to stretch too far and hurt somebody's feelings because I'm not being professional, and that's held me back a lot in life. I think just because I'm not able to extend myself outwardly. I've developed, being very to myself. People often walk by and not hear me because I don't speak loudly. I don't outwardly express myself as much as others do. I'm not a go-getter. I'm a sit back, analyze the situation, and act on my own time kind of person. Mostly because of what I went through when I was just a little kid in a military base full of military people, military families. Now I'm able to express myself. I'm not completely like stuck like that. And after moving from Georgia to Virginia, uh, when I was probably sixth grade, and moving on to there, I met a lot of really good people from middle school and through high school. First couple of years of college, I met the best friends of my life in high school, well, middle school, and then just got to know them a lot better in high school, and we'll probably be friends till we die. Uh, Angela, Andy, Crystal, Dom, Michael, Nick, just all Kayla, wonderful people, wonderful, wonderful people. Emilio, Donnie, just people that I've met through my life, just moving through high school, middle school, and those are the people I really was able to express myself with, um, and they got to know me as a person past that physical, or not physical, that emotional barrier that I put up blocking other people out. And I started to open up a bit more. And that's kind of how I've been able to kind of feel comfortable going into a community like the Pokemon community and gaming community, and be able to show my face and speak like this, because those people helped me. They became my friends, and I'll never forget them. And I owe them a lot because they helped me. They gave me friendship, and that's something that I'll never forget. I've always had that philosophy, like I said, of being friends, being the family that you get to choose, and I hold that sacred. And it's hard to express like how much emotion goes into that. With my friends, I'll always forgive my friends no matter the wrong they did, because that special bond you make with somebody isn't something you can just throw away. It's always going to be there. Friends will mess up, and sometimes you have to push them away and you have to teach them a lesson. But I think you can always forgive your friends, and you always hold your friends close, and you always are there for them. Okay. Moving on from that, I'll move towards YouTube and the Pokemon community, because that's kind of like where I am now. With YouTube, I rather enjoy YouTube, because it's a place where I can be heard. People come to watch me. They come to watch my videos. They came to see what I'm doing, what games I'm playing, and I like that because, like I said, I'm pretty reserved. I'm to myself, and I don't speak outwardly a lot. So people hearing me is nice. It's nice to have people listen and want to hear what I have to say. I'm not the greatest at YouTube. I know that. I'm working and getting better. A lot of people are helping me. VSing, Callum, Cyclone, all the people on TS are, helping me. I'm getting better because of them. And I hope to one day possibly make it a profession, I guess. I don't really want to make money off of YouTube per se, but realistically, it'd be nice to have it as a job just because you have to, in this day and age, you have to have a way to make money. You can't just live freely, like sitting on the street. It's just not realistic. So, I mean, that would be nice to do. I don't really like going out to doing jobs at a desk, or like now I'm delivering packages, and it's all right. I don't really like it too much, but it will put the money in my bank account, I guess. But with YouTube, I feel so relaxed. I can express my opinion, which is something I've always wanted to do. And I like entertaining people. I like making people smile, and I like being able to extend myself as a friend to people. People who are out there who are struggling. I'd like to kind of branch out to those people with my gaming, my comedy, my humor, I guess, and just be able to make them smile, make them laugh. And yeah, and that's really what I want to do with YouTube. Um and with the Pokemon community, I the Pokemon community is such an odd community, but one of the best in the same regard. The Pokemon community is oddly known for starting drama for within itself. I guess a lot of people start drama over really small stuff, and it's always been odd to me. Maybe because I'm not a very social person, and I don't always catch on to social interaction, like interaction, like I don't know what to call it. Like when you interact with people and you kind of pick up on what they're feeling. Uh, I, I know there's a term for it. I'm just coming up blank, but I'm not really good at picking up on that. So maybe like I'm missing like what's going on, but it just seems like a lot of people are so angry and hostile sometimes. Like I know there's a lot of joking going on, and it's really none of my business, and I don't really care to look into it. That's why I don't that often. But I can feel the tension. I can sense emotion. I can pick things up, and I'm really good at reading people. I just am not. I'm not interested in drama that much, so I don't really hone my skills at analyzing that. But um, I just think that the Pokemon community really just needs to kind of embrace my philosophy. Well, it's a little hard to put onto people and see this is kind of the person I am as well as I'll sit on the fence and analyze back both sides because I'd like to say that I want people to hold their friends close like I do. No matter what your friends do, they're still your friends because they stuck their likelihood out for you to become your friend. They put their heart on a platter and said, "I like what you like. Let's be friends." And that's hard. That's really really hard. And I think in this community, people messing up isn't forgiven because we're over the internet and it's easy to hide from our emotions and we can just type away and talk trash about people. And I don't think that's right because behind every keyboard, behind every game, there's a person there. Just like me, just like you, just like all of your friends. They're sitting behind that keyboard and they want to belong to something, just like you and me. And I think the Pokemon community could really benefit from that kind of philosophy. But I'm not really one to say, "Hey, change your ways to my way because I'm right." I can completely respect people going about doing things their own way and trying to solve situations their own way. But I don't think that hate or anger or any of those negative emotions solve anything. It just feels like fire to me. It's only going to burn and burn and just leave nothing. I feel if we're like I don't know, like a tree, if one of the roots goes bad, it just, the tree will grow around it and support that with other roots, branches, just to kind of pick up the slack there and help that root become better, or just grow a new one, I guess. Just help that person. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, no, I think that really covers most of it. I don't know how long this video is because I'm booty at recording, and I think I closed the Camtasia thing and it's down there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think. Oh wait, well, from Virginia I moved to California like pretty recently, and I had to leave all of my really close friends in Virginia there. And oh well, I didn't even talk about TeamSpeak. That's really important. So hold on, JK, we're not done yet. um so yeah, I moved from Virginia to California, and just before moving from Virginia to California, I was able to go onto Twitch, and I watched Hi, I'm Twit on one of one of Nappy's channels where he was playing Gears of War with them, and I thought it was funny. So I went out to one of his streams. I found out that there was a TeamSpeak server, and you know, I thought it sounded like fun, so I subscribed and I joined in, and I met some of the most important friends I've ever made. I almost skipped over it just because I feel like it was like second nature to me that everybody already knew, but like I think it's something that's vitally important in my life. I don't know why I would even think of skipping over it. The people I met on TeamSpeak: VSing, Cyclone, Grid, Slayer, Erica, Demon, like everyone, just all these wonderful, wonderful people are like there on the internet, and it's not like the traditional meeting people in person, but these people really stick out and like put themselves out there, joining on the server, because it's weird to hop on a server and talk to people about whatever, and those people have befriended me, and they're like a family to me. I don't always come on TeamSpeak because I like to be alone a lot of the time. I'm a bit of a loner, and I've gotten comfortable being by myself because of my life situations. I've just kind of been that way. Um, yeah, but like with TeamSpeak, they've really helped me a lot. And they're some of the most wonderful people I've ever come across. I've mentioned them throughout the video periodically. I just can't believe I forgot like mentioning TeamSpeak. It just kind of it's rude. I apologize to everybody on TeamSpeak for kind of just like skipping over. Just it's almost second nature that I thought people would know about it. That's my bad. But yeah, no, like they're some of the greatest people in, in the world. Just they're all over the world, and they're just wonderful people, and they mean so much to me. And yeah, shout outs to those people, all of you wonderful TeamSpeak people. I hope that every one of you have a great life, and I hope that everyone who's watching this video is able to find a community like TeamSpeak and be able to find friends like that, like I have. Yeah. Okay. I don't. Okay. I think that's pretty much everything. I didn't forget anything. Yeah. No. All right. I think I'm good. All right. So I'm gonna end this here. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a good one. Bye bye.